When a family appeared on Antiques Roadshow with a letter tied to one of history's most tragic and legendary events, no one could have anticipated the emotional journey that was about to unfold. The episode, a powerful repeat that continues to captivate audiences, wasn't just about the financial value of an artifact. It was a poignant reminder of human resilience, survival, and the priceless legacy that some heirlooms carry. The guests were the children of Sidney Daniels, a young man who, at just 18 years old, found himself working as a plate washer on the maiden voyage of the Titanic in April 1912. For many, the story of the ship's sinking is something read in books or seen in movies, but for Sidney and his family, it was a lived, terrifying reality. A hero's call to duty, the family shared their father's incredible tale of that fateful night. Sidney was sound asleep when a commotion began. A night watchman was running through the corridors, and the sound of banging and shouting filled the air. At first, many, including Sidney, thought it was just a drill. It was a massive ship, a floating city, and the idea that something could go wrong seemed absurd. But as Sidney got up on deck, the grim reality began to sink in. Officers quickly tasked him with a critical, heart-wrenching job, waking sleeping guests. This was no easy task. Sidney's daughter explained how her young father had to face a spectrum of reactions from the passengers. Some, blinded by the ship's reputation as unsinkable, refused to believe him, dismissing the warnings of an 18-year-old crew member. "What does this young man know?" they asked, choosing to stay in their cabins. Others, with children in tow, worried about them getting a chill on the cold deck. Sidney, with a maturity far beyond his years, helped them put on life jackets, ushering the worried families toward the deck. The chaos that followed was unimaginable. Expert Hilary Kay, the appraiser on the show, perfectly captured the scene, saying, "You can imagine the scene of chaos and despair because people realized there weren't enough lifeboats." Sidney's son continued the narrative, his voice filled with a quiet sense of pride and sorrow. His father's job was to help people into the lifeboats, all while the water steadily rose around his knees. When the last lifeboat was gone and the water was reaching up to his knees, Sidney knew it was time to make a decision. A struggle for survival. With a leap of faith, Sidney dove into the frigid, dark water, swimming away from the looming ship. His fear was not of the cold, but of the immense suction that would pull everyone down when the ship finally went under. He found a lifebelt and a companion, another man who, like him, was fighting for his life. Sidney, with remarkable foresight, told the man, "It's no good here, let's swim away." As they swam, Sidney found a beacon of hope in the darkness. He said he saw a star in the sky which he thought was his mother and swam towards this star. His son recounted. The image is a powerful one, a testament to the strength of love and hope in the face of despair. They eventually came to an upside-down life raft, managing to cling to it for dear life. The ordeal, however, was far from over. Exhausted and on the brink of collapse, Sidney felt the crushing weight of fatigue. "I'm tired, I want to go to sleep," he said, but the man next to him, a true comrade in suffering, gave him a piece of advice that saved his life. "Don't go to sleep, lad. If you do, it will be your last. To stay awake, to stay alive." They sang hymns, their voices a faint melody in the vast, silent ocean, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. An appraiser's awe. The item they brought to Antiques Roadshow was a letter that had survived with Sidney through it all. Tucked inside his uniform pocket, this letter had been on the journey with him, a silent witness to the terror and the triumph. It was a tangible link to a story that words could only begin to describe. Hilary Kay, the appraiser, was visibly moved. Her voice, usually calm and professional, was filled with awe. "It's an extraordinary item," she said, acknowledging the profound effect anything related to the Titanic has on people. "It is an extraordinary moment to behold something which is so linked into an extraordinary moment in history." After a pause, she delivered her appraisal. "We're talking about around £10,000 is the realistic value." The figure, while substantial, felt secondary to the story. A priceless legacy. The family's response was the most powerful part of the entire segment. When Hilary delivered the valuation, the son's answer was immediate and unwavering. "It's very nice," he said, "but it's not going out the family." He then added the final, heartwarming detail. "It's going to a museum." Their decision was a profound statement. The letter wasn't just an item to be sold, it was a legacy. It was the testament of a father's survival, a story